I got an interesting email from Strava the other day that said I was approaching 300 miles on my current running shoes. My first reaction was kind of dread and frustration because I've had such a difficult history with running shoes in the past, and it's always been really hard for me to find shoes that I like and that fit and don't tear up my feet. I have high arches and I supinate and I'm heavy. There's just a lot of factors that contribute to my shoes kind of being uncomfortable. I've tried a number of different kinds and I've never really found one that really worked. So that's why the first reaction I had to that email was like, oh great, now I gotta get a new pair of shoes, and not knowing if they're gonna work and like, am I gonna get blisters now? But then the more I thought about it, I realized something, which is that I'd never gotten an email like that from Strava before, which is to say this is the first time I've ever run 300 miles on one pair of shoes. I'm actually pretty proud of that because it's a measure of consistency. In the past, even training for marathons, I didn't end up running that far, and they're definitely getting worn out. They've got some holes in the heels, and they're flattening out on the bottom. Treads are disappearing, so they've definitely been worn 300 miles for sure. But anyway, I'm trying to see the positive here, which is that I've been running consistently on this pair of shoes. They've been okay, but they were never really comfortable. They were pretty uncomfortable to start. So they've been all right, but they're not shoes I'm going to use again. The problem with getting shoes where I live is that there aren't that many stores that sell high quality running shoes. And the ones that do only have a couple of different kinds. Or, I have to drive an hour to get to a specialty store where they only sell one brand. So if that brand doesn't have something for me, I'm kind of out of luck. So what I decided to do was just order a whole bunch of shoes online and try them out and see which ones seem to fit the best and feel comfortable after doing a bunch of online research, and then I'll return all the other ones. My shoes arrived today and I'm gonna check out what I got. So first one we got here is the ASICS. This is the ASICS Gel Quantum 360 Knit 2. These are definitely the prettiest shoes that I ordered. This is the Gel Nimbus 21. And this, I think, is probably closest to the shoe that I currently have, the New Balance one. This is the M1080 GR9. Totally new brand to me that I've never used. This is the Mizuno Wave Knit R2. Definitely see that one coming. So we'll see. Try them on, see how they fit.
First up, the ASICS Gel Quantum 360. Up next, the ASICS Gel Nimbus 21. Next up, the New Balance Fresh Foam 1080. Next up, the Mizuno Wave Knit R2.
Many tests complete on those 4 pairs of shoes, and I was hoping to be able to report back at this point that I had found my perfect pair. Unfortunately, I picked one, sent the other 3 back, and then got blisters on my heels. So those shoes went back, and it's on to round 2. So this time around, when I went looking, I was looking not just for supinator shoes, but also for reviews that talk about having high arches, and also reviews posted by people who are tall and heavy, like me. So these are the shoes that I came across with that in mind. I'm taking a slightly different approach this time. All of these shoes are from Brooks, which is a company that I haven't used before, but I know a lot of people have success with. There are 4 pairs of shoes here, but there's actually only 2 models because I ordered them in 2 models in 2 different widths. So here we got the Ghost 11 in normal width, or D, and wide, E, or double E. And then these 2 are the Dyad 10 in normal and wide. So first up in round 2 is the Ghost 11 in normal width. Next up in round 2 is the Ghost 11 in wide. Next up, the Brooks Dyad 10. So at long last, we have a winner. These are my shoes. It only took 8 pairs of shoes to get here. It took a lot longer than I thought it would to find a pair of shoes that really work for me, but these, knock on wood, really seem to be good. They feel pretty much perfect, and so I'm going to stick with them. And I've sent everything back. So that's 8 pairs of shoes, and here we are. These are the Brooks Dyad 10s. And one thing I did was measure my feet, and I really think that made a big difference. Every pair of shoes that I tried in wide width was much better than any other pair of shoe I've had. But at the end of the day, these were nearly perfect. And I took them out. I even got a chance to take them out for a run outside the other day, and they felt great. So, those are my shoes.